It's time to kick off Season 2 of the Grambling State Dynasty. Our Tigers open the season against a tough number 9 ranked NC State Wolfpack. On paper, Grambling got better, but NC State is stacked. GSU will have a freshman under center tonight. Phil Alston gets his first start in a hostile environment. First quarter action, Alston comes out running. He keeps the option and gets 7. Then the freshman shows off his strong arm, connecting with Darrell Clark for a 12-yard gain. Few plays later, Alston drops back, lobs it over the linebacker, and connects with Clark for 15. Then JUCO transfer William Higgins takes the handoff up the gut and fights for 11 yards. The drive continues. Alston with the deep drop connects with Salmon across the middle for 12 more. Then Alston shows off his mobility, scrambling right, getting to the sideline and pushed out after picking up 12. Grambling would strike first. Alston hits freshman Demetrius Gunn in the end zone from 3 yards out. Grambling up 7-0. Here comes NC State. Finley drops back, has tons of time. Finally hits Myers coming open. He avoids the tackle and is off to the races. Jacoby Myers goes 55 yards to the house, tying it up at 7 apiece. Ensuing kickoff, JUCO junior John Nichols back deep. He starts up the seam, makes a cut outside, spins off one defender, makes another cut, and is tackled after a 47-yard return. Graham comes out running. Freshman back Charlie Brooks goes up the gut, runs over a safety and picks up 7. Then Alston goes play action and connects with Jackson across the middle for 13. Next play, Brooks catches the screen pass, fouls his blocks, stumbles, but still picks up 11. Then check out the touch by Alston, hitting Jackson on the corner route for 16. Next play, Phil Alston keeps the option right and fights his way into the end zone. GSU up 14-7. Next Wolfpack possession, Finley drops back, has tons of time, finally lets it go and connects with Terwell behind the defense for a 29-yard gain. A few plays later, Finley keeps the option right, and look at the blocking that he gets. Cargo makes the touchdown saving tackle, but Hines would take the power right and walk into the end zone from 14 yards out. We're squared again at 14. Alston showing off his command of the offense, connected with Jones for 17. Then hitting Jackson on the curl route, the wideout turns it upfield for another 17-yard pickup. A few plays later, Alston keeps the option right, drops his shoulder, first and goal GSU. Then Charlie Brooks will get his first career touchdown, Grambling up 21-14. NC State comes out throwing, but Finley is picked off by JUCO junior John Nichols, showing why he is corner number 1 for the G-Men defense. The offense looks to capitalize. Higgins takes the counter. Check out the move on the corner. He turns it upfield and gains 13. Then Alston will get his second TD on the day, passing, connected with Clark on the slant. Grambling is up 2 scores. After an NC State 3 and out, Alston continues to dot the Wolfpack, connecting with route on the corner. He turns it upfield for a huge gain. Then Alston drops back, feels the pressure, scrambles right. He turns upfield, gets the corner, and gains 14. Then the big back, Charlie Brooks, goes up the gut, makes a cut, and picks up 14. And number 23 will punch it in for the second time today. Grambling up 21 points. But the Wolfpack keep fighting. Finley goes play action, then floats it out to his big tight end for a gain of 14. Then Gillespie takes the inside handoff, and look at the lane for the back. He sheds the Christmas tackle and gets tripped up at the 2-yard line. And Hides would cap off the drive with this 2-yard TD run. Wolfpack cut the lead to 14. Grambling's offense looks to extend the lead. Alston goes option right. He follows his blockers downfield and gains 19. Then the freshman drops back and hits Gunn across the middle on the post. The freshman picks up 26. It would lead to a GSU field goal. The Wolfpack come out running. Finley keeps the option left, throws a nasty stiff arm, but gets taken down after a 14-yard gain. Then Finley drops back, waits for Lewis to come across the middle. He hits him wide open. He will turn it upfield and pick up 27 yards. A few plays later, Hines tries to bounce it outside, but meets freshman Josh Carey. NC State settles for a field goal. GSU looking to score before the half. Alston hits Jackson across the middle, and he picks up 19. Then Alston gets greedy. He looks to go deep for route, but it is picked off by Valdez off the tip, and that's how that half would end. Grambling shocking the world again, up 38-24 at the half on the number 9 team in the nation. Wolfpack take over the third quarter. Finley drops back and has all the time in the world. He floats it to the outside for Lewis, and he gets 2 feet down for 22. Then Hines takes the handoff up the middle. He drops his shoulder and fights his way for 10 yards. it would lead to another NC State field goal. Tigers offense on the field. Austin drops back, tries to force a pass to Salmon, but is picked off by Wright, and he has tons of green in front of him. Wright takes it all the way back to the house for the pick six for the Wolfpack, cutting the lead in half. After the turnover, Austin comes back out to the air. He hits Clark on the curl for the first down. Then Charlie Brooks takes the handoff, spams the circle button, and fights for 10 yards. But the freshman QB would get antsy. Austin throws a wild pass and is picked off again by Wright for the second time today. Turnover number 3 for the offense. But the G-Men defense holds strong, and it's back to the ground for Austin. He keeps the option right and gains 13. Then CB23 takes the handoff, bounces it left, cuts it back inside, and gains 11. A few plays later, Higgins goes up the gut, fights his way into the end zone, 45-34 Grambling State. But NC State won't go away. Hines takes the handoff, turns on the Jets, gets through the hole, and picks up 25. Then check out this play by Gillespie. He takes the sweep right, hits Smith with a stiff arm, and he's off to the races. Check out the downfield blocking that he gets that allowed him to walk into the end zone from 43 yards out. Leads down to 5. Ensuing kickoff, Nichols is 5 yards deep, and he's bringing it out. He starts up the middle, bounces it to the outside, and he has tons of green in front of him. He tries to cut across the middle, but gets tripped up after a 91-yard return. A few plays later, Austin would keep the option right. He drops his shoulder and bowls his way into the end zone. GSU goes for 2 and extends the lead to 13. NC State still fighting. Finley drops back and hits Alden Rice. He sheds 2 tackles and picks up 17. Then Finley goes back to the air, hitting Lewis across the middle. He turns it upfield, and he fights his way into the end zone from 20 yards out. The lead is down to 6. After the onside kick, Grambling looks to milk the clock. Charlie Brooks takes it up the gut, drops his shoulder, and picks up 14. And that would do it. Austin takes the knee, and Grambling State pulls off another upset, being the 9th-ranked Wolfpack of NC State. 53-47 is your final. Freshman Phil Austin finished 15 of 24 for 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. Big day on the ground for the new backfield. Higgins went for 120 yards and 1 touchdown. Brooks also went for 120, but he had 2 touchdowns. And the freshman Austin carried the rock 15 times for 133 yards and 2 end zone visits. Out wide, Jackson and Clark both had 4 grabs, and Demetrius Gunn caught his first touchdown. On defense, freshman Josh Carey led the way with 11 tackles. He was all over the field. 4-star athlete James Herron, who plays safety and corner, had 6 tackles, and sophomore Brian Smith had 5, and John Nichols had the lone interception. What a way to kick off season 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. We'll break down the NC State game in the podcast and look ahead to our next matchup. Plus, dive into the roster for you guys so you can see where I move players. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BigCGotGame. Links are down in the description, and I'll talk to you guys next time. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.